In the 2024.1 version of SA, we've added some significant improvements to meshing. So one of the challenges we face with metrology is that we can often get a really good color map showing where the deviations are and understanding the part, but then what's really needed for reporting is to export an STL or a mesh, which can be imported into a CAD model, and trying to generate a mesh can be a little challenging. So real quickly, what you would do is right click and say generate general mesh, and let me just show you what we already had, which was basically this, constructing a general mesh. And basically the problem with this is it didn't produce a very pretty result. And there you go. As you can see, it's kind of fragmented. It looks funky. Basically, it looks like a child's toy. So clearly I didn't increase the resolution high enough. That's something that you can fiddle with. But quite frankly, you can spend a lot of time fiddling with it trying to find the right results. So what we've done is expand our meshing engine, improve it, and provide some basic controls. So if I go down here, I can select fast, which is defaults, and generate another mesh. And I'll just show you what that looks like. As you can see, this is already significantly better. If you go to wireframe, you can see we have fairly clean edges with much higher resolution and an even distribution across the outside. So let's go ahead and try. We have 3 levels of just built-in meshing capability, so you can go to the detailed. I'll show you what that one looks like. And there it is. So this you can see is a much cleaner mesh. This is something that you could actually work with, that you could probably send to someone. You can see that even when you have missing data, there's really well-defined edges. It's uniform distribution across the whole thing. If we look at it in solid, you have a much more CAD-like representation of the actual part. And I don't have full data coverage, but that's kind of to be expected from a metrology application. But anyway, it gives you a lot more control. And then beyond that, what you can do is you can play with the settings. There are even more control you can have. And once you've found something that really works for you, you can export it to file. You can then save it as a JSON file. And if you want to, then you can also just use the import from file where you select that file that you've exported. And I'm going to open one of these just to give you an idea. So if we look at the file settings, you can start getting at the raw parameters that are used under the covers. And within the user's manual, we actually have the ability to give you details on all of the different possible parameters. So if you wanted to dial in your particular part to be as cleanly meshed as you can possibly get it, that's an option to you. This is all an improvement based upon what's now been integrated within the 2024.1 version of SA.